Welcome to Cirrina. By now you have completed your registration and linked your Exchange API key. With those two items done, you're now ready to configure a bot to take advantage of round-the-clock trading. This is a simple process, but you should take a few moments to consider your overall strategy, which will determine how your bot will perform. So before you start, ask yourself these questions. Do I prefer minimal risk with a lot of short-term, low-profit trades? Do I want higher risk, higher profit with fewer long-term trades? Do I have favorite currencies I want to trade, or perhaps some that I want to avoid? Regardless of your strategy, by configuring one or more bots, we can help you achieve your trading goals. So give these questions some thought, and let's get started. From the Cirrina dashboard, choose the My Bots option. Then press Add New Bot. We've provided several templates for you to choose from based on your risk level and market conditions. You can choose one of these, customize your own, or configure some combination of the two. I'm going to choose Bull Market Profile to give us a place to start. There are a few key items here we need to set. First, choose the exchange you previously linked with your API key. If this list is empty, stop now and go back to My Exchanges and establish a link to your exchange. Next, give your bot a meaningful name. This is important because it will be referenced in the buy and sell alerts sent to you via Telegram. An example might be Low Risk Bot, or Higher Risk Bot, or LTC and ETH Bot if it's only trading specific coins. Whatever name you provide it, it should be descriptive of the work it's doing. Which leads me to the description field. Personally, I use this to track modifications to my constraints. For example, if I change my profit percentage, I note it here along with the date I made the change. This way I can monitor the success of my bot as I tune its settings for best performance. By the way, each data element has a question mark next to it. Click it and find a brief explanation of each field. Let's move on to the all-important bot constraints. The max buy budget is the BTC allocation you're allowing this bot to trade with. You can allocate all or part of your BTC balance kept on the exchange. The bot will never enter a trade with an amount more than its allocation. However, a lesser amount can be used if BTC funds are tied to an open order. We suggest you start out with a small allocation to make sure the trades being made are successful and within your strategy. After a few trades are made, reinvest your profits by increasing this amount so your trades become larger and even more profitable. I'll set my budget to 0.2. Next, you want to indicate when a buy should be triggered in relation to the 24-hour average low price of a currency. This is determined by a percentage and not a specific price, since a single bot can monitor multiple currencies. The lower this value, the closer you are wanting to trigger a buy order to the average low price. A higher value sets this trigger further away. Typically, we configure this somewhere between 1 and 5%. I'll set my bot to 2%, which is pretty low risk. Next, you want to indicate when a buy should be triggered in relation to the 24-hour average low price of a currency. This is determined by a percentage and not a specific price, since a single bot can monitor multiple currencies. The lower this value, the closer you are wanting to trigger a buy order to the average low price. A higher value sets this trigger further away. Typically, we configure this somewhere between 1 and 5%. I'll set my bot to 2%, which is pretty low risk. Now set a value for the minimum 24-hour volume as measured in BTC. Keep in mind, a low volume, lightly traded currency can be more risky than one that trades a higher volume. I'll keep the current default. Moving on to the percentage profit. This is the percentage that is added to the purchase price and becomes your profit when a successful sell order is made. Don't be greedy here. A 1 to 2% profit seems small, but realize a bot is monitoring hundreds of currencies and can make multiple trades per day. So you want to allow it to use your BTC to make a quick profit and look for the next dip. When set too high, the bot must wait for a larger percentage rise in the price, which may or may not happen, and could potentially take days rather than hours. This is something you want to adjust depending on the volatility of the currency or currencies you are monitoring or the overall market trend. Finally, set a stop loss, or the percentage drop in the purchase price you will allow before triggering a sell. While this is optional, we recommend you allow for a reasonable percentage downturn in price. Very few, if any, traders are always 100% correct in their trades. Minimizing your loss on a bad trade is how you remain profitable. Waiting too long to sell can wipe out days or weeks of hard-earned profits. Let's move on to some additional options to consider. First, we recommend you check the trailing buy option. Your bot will monitor price and create a buy order with a 1% divergence of the low price. Similar to the trailing buy, the trailing sell will maintain a 1% divergence behind a rising price and will initiate a sell order only after the price has peaked and not immediately after a successful buy order has been filled, which happens when this is not checked. The simulator option keeps you fully informed of buy and sell opportunities, but does not generate market orders. This is a great way to test your bot before actually committing your funds to trading. Let's now discuss the currency options. This feature allows you to be selective in the coins you want your bot to trade. From the preferred coin list, you can choose one or more distinctive coins. Or leave it blank if you have no preference and want the bot to trade any and all coins. The same selective logic applies to the exclude list. If there are coins you do not want to trade, add them here. For example, I could have this bot trade Ethereum and Litecoin only. Or I could have it trade all coins but exclude Verge. From my experience, there seem to be some coins that stop loss more than others. Those are the coins I add to my exclude list over time. This is where having numerous bots can benefit you. If you have favorite coins, you may want to set your constraints in a way that is in alignment with how those coins fluctuate. If you select all coins, you may have constraints set for a lower risk. I have a bot for a single currency and a high profit margin because I know that coin is very volatile.